Hi everyone, this is CeeCee and thanks for joining me for another art journaling project. This is my Inspiration Wednesday journal, and as you can see, the page on the right was previously done. This was not part of an Donna Downey's Inspiration Wednesday video. It was just something that I had done during a Donna Downey class, but years ago. And the heart on the right is a canvas heart. And so I wanted to complete that double page spread and not necessarily use it for an Inspiration Wednesday. So when I saw the heart that was made with canvas, I thought, oh, wait a second, I have something in my stash that I've been meaning to use up. And it's these little die cuts by Stampin' Up! And they're made of canvas. So I thought it would be great to tie in the canvas heart with some canvas shapes, but I'm not particularly fond of them. So I thought I would use them just as texture element. And so I started gluing them down with Tracy Batista's what's it called, collage page. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the square that I had first glued down started curling up. So I guess the collage page is too liquidy. I don't know, too wet maybe. So I decided to use extra heavy gel, and I started first applying it with a paintbrush that didn't work too well, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use my hands, and then I decided to use a palette knife, so that worked out best. And now I'm going to cover everything up with a nice fine layer of gesso, because as I've mentioned, I just wanted the canvas shapes to be more of a texture than anything else. And now I'm going to do some finger painting, so I'm applying a nice generous coat of Art Guard on my hands, and I decided to sort of do kind of like an ombre effect, moving from the left to the right. So on the right I've got kind of like that blue violet color, and I was able to find it in my stash again. So that's what's going to be closer to the second page, and then I'm going to move with the other colors towards the left. And I'm just finger painting, having a blast going through all the nooks and crannies. I'll also include some of the color inside the inclusion, and because I had a bit of a lot of orange in the heart on the right page, the inside of the insert is going to be mostly oranges, and I'm going to use this. I didn't add any canvas shapes inside the inclusion because I wanted that space to write a letter to myself. Now this page is gosh, I kind of hesitated to show you because it's nothing spectacular, but it means a lot to me. It's mostly talking to myself, and some people might see this as being conceited because of the message that you'll see at the end, but what I was trying to do is to talk myself out of self-doubts and insecurities and all that awful stuff that creeps in our head once in a while to tell us, oh, you can't do that, you're not good at this, or you can't do this, it's not proper. So it's kind of like a page to exorcise all these bad feelings that keep creeping up on us once in a while. That side of the inclusion took me a little bit by surprise. I was going to just leave it at that, like doing the same colors as I have in the background. And then I started adding the, I think it's ultramarine blue. And that kind of looked weird. And I didn't know what to do with it. And then all of a sudden I started doing, alternating between the white and the ultramarine blue, and it started to look like flowers, and I just went with it. It doesn't go with the rest of the page, but you know what, it doesn't have to. I was just having fun. So yeah, I'm gonna make some flowers now. They're very, very, very abstract. All right, so let me explain to you, or try to explain to you, how I've designed this page. Now, the words that I'm writing down right now, it's funny, I'm hesitating on the word procrastination, which is essentially the meaning of that word. Too funny. So this page for me is an object. And I'm sorry, Donna Downey, I know it's a Donna Downey book, but it's an object that I'll be able to kick at. And so the idea behind this is that whenever I'm going to have those bad thoughts, because it's so difficult for me sometimes to talk myself out of these situations, I am very visual, and I figured that if I see those words, they're no longer my feelings, they're just objects, or an object, like as a whole, all these words, and I'll be able to kick at it, to kick them out of my way. I'll remove myself from these words, essentially. And remember when I said earlier that, I'm afraid people might see this as being conceited because of the message that I'm writing on the heart? I wrote much love to you, fabulous CeeCee, because I figured that if I can actually kick those bad habits, because that's how I see them, I'll be fabulous, or I will feel fabulous. So yeah, that was the big explanation behind this whole page and how it came to be. I probably bored some of you out there, but I know I'm not the only one that goes through that motion. And if I have helped anybody in any way, then that's great. I mean, it's not the most fabulous page, but I love the heart on the right, though. I wish I remembered how I did it. I did that 3 years ago. I do believe there's paint on the canvas heart, and the shading was done with oil pastels. I know the black around the heart and the flourish definitely is oil pastel, and I do believe that the shading inside is also oil pastel, but I think the base coat is just paint. So that's it for this video. I hope that some of you have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. You can also follow me on all my social medias, and they are listed in the description box. As usual, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye.